Hello everybody, welcome to Project Beauty, where we talk about project panning and everything beauty related. My name is Jen. So I'm going to do my update for E.Y.E.S Project Pan, and this was created by Deb from Deb B here on YouTube. Please go ahead and check out her channel and everyone else who is doing this project along with us. There's quite a list of us, so please go ahead and check everybody out and check out their videos as well. This is such a great project. I feel like it's very successful because there are literally like no rules. Like there's guidelines, but there's like no rules. You just use your eyeshadows. It's enjoy your eyeshadows, which is eyes. So use your eyeshadows however you want, create your own goals, use whatever eyeshadows you want, pull something in, put something back if you don't want to use it, whatever. And then all you have to do at the end of each month or on the 4th of every month is you talk about the items that you brought in, the ones that you used during that month. You talk about the peak and the pit. And then you talk about the eyeshadows either that you're bringing in, or you just update next time on the stuff that you pulled just randomly throughout the month. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with the Plain Jane palette first. This one here I absolutely love, and I low-key want to keep it in for another month because it does have a lot of really beautiful colors in it, and I feel like it's really nice for right now in summer. I will just swatch a couple of these shades for you on the back of my hand. You'll have to excuse because I do have quite a few stains from previous project updates and things like that on the back of my hand, but these are just 4 of the very beautiful shades that are in the palette, and I love every single one of them. It's so much fun and they're so vibrant. And there's even like a brown, like if you guys are interested in just like a straight up metallic brown, like there's neutral like nude shades too. So love this. This is really great. Really adore this to go on pretty much any look. No, it is not what I'm wearing on my eyes today, but I do adore this. So let's go ahead, and one of them is actually Adept, but it's not from this palette. The next one is the Natasha Denona pastel palette, and this one was actually really good. It blew my mind because it's a pastel looking palette. I was thinking that I wasn't going to be able to, like, this would be like maybe a companion palette to blow out the crease or just add a little bit of lid shade or whatever. And I actually came up with quite a few really pretty looks using this, and I adore it. I'm really, really shocked at how much I like this palette. It's really good. I will swatch a few shades for you on this one as well. I'm probably not going to be able to have room to do that with everything, but I will most certainly try. Oh, I just created hard pan on that using my finger. Whoops. But I will try to, I think it's the cream ones that are hard panning on me. Whoopsie. So here's 4 of the shades. It really doesn't do them any justice. They honestly look really beautiful on the eye. I was very, very shocked at how gorgeous they look. But yeah, that is one of the other shades, or one of the other, sorry, palettes that I used. And the next one is the Natasha Denona Retro Glam palette. A lot of these Natasha Denona ones are relatively new to me, so this is what it looks like here. And I did use this a couple times, though this isn't exactly like my, I don't know what, I don't want to say go-to whatever, because I don't really have a go-to like eye makeup look. I shouldn't say that. Maybe I do. I don't know, but anyway, here's a couple of shades from there. Very beautiful. Really, really enjoyed using this, but was it my absolute favorite? Did it like blow my mind? Not really, but it was like enjoyable still. But I didn't think about it as much as I thought about the other ones. And this is the Natasha Denona Sunset palette. This shocked me. I was told by a few people that this wasn't going to be that good, and it ended up being really great for me. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I find that the color selection is very, very pretty, even though it's very neutral and basic. I felt like a lot of these shades were really, really great and pigmented and blended well. They performed really, really nicely. Let me just swatch one more here for you guys. Get a little bit of a gold sheen. You can barely see it, but anyway, it performed much better than I anticipated. I actually thought it was going to be more like the not the icebreaker palette. What is that called? Star palette. Icebreaker, like where did I get that? But anyway, the Star palette was absolute trash in my eyes, like compared to her other ones, and I'm being really, really hard on it, honestly. But for me personally, no. And then we use the ColourPop Rock Candy eyeshadow palette. I have a few of these that I want to try out. So sometimes I randomly will grab one and just use it throughout the month if I'm like not sure what to pull. This is what it looks like. Excuse me. It was pretty nice, but as I was using it, I didn't quite get the color story. I feel like you can use them in a row, but I don't know. I didn't quite understand it. Sorry. My allergies are so bad. I hate this. I just felt like my eyes kind of dance, and like I think these are nice together. These are kind of nice together, but I don't quite get this and this shade with these two rows. They're very warm, and these are more like neutral. I just didn't understand the warmth on the bottom. I don't know. Sorry. So yeah, like rosy, or mauve, whatever, and rosy tone here. And then these are the browns at the bottom. Like, I don't understand. Rosy and mauve, and then you have like a warm brown, the two of the same shades at the bottom. I just didn't quite get it. So was it like mind-blowing? No. I don't know. It was fine for what it was. And then we have the Natasha Denona Trio Chrome palette with this really gorgeous packaging. I kind of wish the inside reflected that as well. This was like okay. I liked it, but again, for what it was. But was it like extremely amazing? No, but at least I understand each line together. At least I can understand why they were placed together and use them together. But I didn't quite like this one is a really nice multi-chrome. These two leave something to be desired, because when you're using like indie brand shades where it is sparkly and gleaming and reflective and multi-chrome, you're not going to get that from Natasha Denona. Even though her stuff is like high end, you're not going to get that from her. Speaking of high end, I went with the Pat McGrath Labs Mothership Mega Celestial Divinity eyeshadow palette, and this was from 2020. But this is gorgeous. This was the first time I've ever used it, and as you can tell by the swatching and everything, I use this a lot. Like, you can see there's pans kicked up, disturbance and everything. I love this. I had a blast with this. I thoroughly enjoyed using every shade that I used. And I did have to use a companion palette because there's mostly shimmers in this one and only a few mattes, but I'm fine with that. I would much rather have the shimmers from Pat McGrath than matte shades, because the matte shades are always rose. They're always going to be the same boring matte shades. Then we have the Ace Beauté Floral Vintage palette. This was lovely. I have to say, although like, okay, Ace Beauté, their palettes are nice. The color stories, I feel like for the quality, like you are getting quality product. And this palette is nice, and the Tropical Vibes palette is really nice. But the other palettes, I feel like they could do something so bomb, something so exciting, and I just feel like it's not as enticing. Something about the brand is just, I want everything from the brand because of the quality, the sheer quality of the product. But when I look at the palettes, I'm just like, I don't need this. It's easy for me to flip away from it. And I feel like, for example, when you look at the Plain Jane palette, yeah, the packaging is boring. But when you look at this is what you're paying for right here, right? When you're looking at this palette, this is stunning. All the colors, all the shimmers, the packaging is gorgeous. Like, this is what I mean. But the other ones, I don't know. Like, I wanna buy them, but I'm not gonna, because they just don't make me like really interested or inspired, or like I need to have that palette in my collection because it hits all the boxes. This palette, yes. And the Tropical Vibes one is like, oh my god, my favorite one out of all the palettes. But I don't know, when I just look at the website, I just feel like there's so much going on, and there's nothing going on at the same time. I don't know if I'm the only person who feels that way, but I will say this. You will not be disappointed with the quality of Ace Beauté. I love this palette. It was so fun to use. I grabbed it multiple times. It was just fantastic. I'm sorry I'm itching my nose, but my allergies are next level. So those are all the palettes that I used. Is that a lot? Yes, it's quite a few, but you guys know I tend to go a little bit crazy when I do eyeshadows, and I use like a lot of different eyeshadows and a lot of different palettes. On my eyes today, I have from multiple brands. These are all mostly singles on my eyes. I think they're all singles, which I'll just talk to you about them now. This is the first palette that I'm bringing in for the E.Y.E.S project pan for the month of June. This is what it looks like on the inside. This is very much a Jen palette right here. Very heavy on the neutral eyeshadows, but also very heavy on the sparkle. So that's what I wear on my eyes, is heavy neutral. I would go a little bit deeper in the outer corner, though I don't think I have a super deep dark color in a single anymore. But I would go heavier in the outer corner just to give it that drama. But then I use the eyeshadow or the eyelashes, so it doesn't matter that much. And then all the sparkle throughout the lid. So what I have is this one in the crease, this one and this one in the crease, this one in the brow bone area all over. This one this one right here on my brow bone highlight, blended out with this one to mattify and set everything in that big space I have there. And then on my lid, I put this in the center. Like you can see, I have a little bit of that melon color in the center. I put this from Terra Moons. And then this one is from Adept Cosmetics. This is the one that's like really bold and gorgeous and beautiful from Adept Cosmetics right here. And then on the inner portion, I have Electric Unicorn from Give Me Glow. I want to say Give Me Glow. I think it's Give Me Glow. But anyway, yeah, so I decided to use this today. It's June 1st. I know this starts on June 4th, but I usually start my E.Y.E.S project pan on the 1st. And then I just update the old palettes for the 4th. So whatever. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. So this is my first one that I'm bringing in, and I love it so much. I can't wait to use the crap out of this. It'll probably be used, and everything else will get put on the wayside because this is all I want to use. Sorry, I forgot. I just have to grab one more palette because I totally forgot about this one. I'm bringing this one in as well, which is all a bunch of singles. And these ones are mostly, so this top row is all Terra Moons Cosmetics. This middle row is all Shine by SD. This bottom row is all Shine by SD. And then these two, I believe, are, maybe these are Shine by SD as well. That is, and, okay, so these are all the bottom. The bottom two rows, this one and the middle one, are all Shine by SD, and the top row is all Terra Moons. Most of these are brand new. These two on the bottom here, I think, are the only ones that are from, are they the only ones from older collections? Yep. Everything else is newer to my collection. Ordered months ago, like pre-ordered, but yeah, I didn't get it until recently. So yeah, I'll be using this as well in conjunction with this one. So lots of singles, lots of gorgeous shades. Pretty sure those are going to be my peak and pit. Or my peak anyway, out of the peak and pit. But anyway, and then for the next set of singles, because I want to try and bring as many singles as I can in, I'm bringing my MAC collection in, and these are all, again, MAC singles. So I'm going to be using all of these. These ones are all mostly sparkly ones, all over from like here down and all in this 9 area. And then these ones are like matte shades, and then this is like a sparkly, or it's actually more satin. I was gonna say sparkly, but it's not sparkly. It's more like, it's like nylon almost, but it's not nylon. I can't remember what that is. I can't remember what shade that is. Anyway, this is the reddish purpley side. Reddish pinky purpley side, which I love. So I will be using this together. I haven't used this in a while, and I used to use this faithfully like every day. And then I have the Glamlight Ice Cream Dream palette. This is one of my favorites and my very favorite in my collection. I absolutely love it. If I had to pick one palette, I would say this one for sure. I love it so much, which is really strange because normally I wear a lot of neutral, but I absolutely love this palette, and I cannot wait to get it all over my face. I'm also going to bring in a Morphe eyeshadow palette, and the reason I'm bringing in 3503 is because I want to see what the formula is like. There's, again, a lot of heavy reds and neutrals in this palette, so I feel like I could get the depth from this color, maybe this color. I'm not sure what that was. But I think it will pair nicely with the other things, and I can also use a lot of the shimmers on top of these colors. And I can see if I actually like it, if I want to keep it, because kind of over Morphe right now. And this, I brought in these last two. These are the last two that I'm bringing in. These are the paint palettes from Glamlight. So the first one is the big one. This is the first paint palette that came out, and it is ginormous. Hi. I don't even know who I am right now. That's typical me though. So I'm bringing this one in because I want to use the darker shades to emphasize the outer corner with the Ice Cream Dream. So that's why I'm bringing this one. And I mean, hello, with these metallic-y ones in the inner side. Yes, please. Cannot wait to put those on my face. And then we have the smaller one, which is the Paint Pro 2. And this one has, like, again, kind of the similar ones. These are more like primary shades. I guess there's only like 3 primary colors, but they're more like standard shades. These are more like an off color. So this is not like a true red. It's like a little bit of a different red. This one's like a pinky, like a mauvey pink, more of like a corally pinky red. Like they're not your standard like red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Like these are like straight up different colors other than your typical primary, secondary, and tertiary colors. Like these are a mix. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. I get it in my head, but I basically want it because these shades will go very well with the Ice Cream Dream palette. Also the purples over here and these gorgeous shades in here. Like, I mean, hello, stunning. So I can't wait to play with this. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Yes. Cannot wait to play with those. So that, I believe, is all that I'm bringing in. And yes, that is a lot. I do have a lot of other eyeshadows in other projects and like single eyeshadows in projects, but I think everything will play pretty nicely together. I may not use everything because I'm probably going to be obsessed with the singles. Let's be honest. But I really do want to at least use these once, if not more. So for the ones that I'm rolling out, I think I'm going to say for my peak, ooh, yeah, I'm going to tie these two for my peak. This one is just, it blew my mind. It was gorgeous, stunning. Every look I used with this was beautiful. And of course, the Plain Jane palette, like anything from Adept Cosmetics, I am a fan. I will 100% buy their products. I absolutely love the brand, love the formula, love everything. So yeah, those are my peaks. And I think my pit, I'm not gonna lie, is probably gonna be this, because as much as I want to love the color story, I feel like it was just, okay, let's swatch a couple and I will, some of these will be really nice. Like the metallic shades are usually pretty decent, but then you have these really poopy shades that are like matte with sparkle, and the sparkle, although you can see it, will fall out throughout the day. Let's be honest, it's gonna fall onto your face and just be horrific. These shades were kind of nice. These are the more neutral mid-tone shades. Those were kind of nice to use. But then you have glitters, and then this shade was okay, but this is supposed to be a metallic. And then when you swatch it, like when you put it on your eye, it almost looks like a satin. So it didn't really boost me in any way. And then again, so many warm browns in a palette that is supposed to look like neutral cool tone. I was like, what is this? So yeah, this was just, other than this shade right here, I was bored, like really bored. So I'm going to still hang on to it. And if I don't touch it in the next year or two, I'll probably get rid of it. Because why am I going to hang on to something that's just not going to get used in my collection? So I have to learn to use it, honestly. So that is everything I have for my E.Y.E.S project pan. Please check out Deb. I want you to go and check out her channel, subscribe, like She's working so hard on her projects. She's doing amazing things over there, and her subscriber levels are going up, and I want to see them go up higher for her. She's so great and just a treasure. I'm so, so thankful to have Deb in my life. She actually got me this, by the way. She actually bought me this one, and I was so thankful because I never thought anyone was going to buy me that. It's beautiful. Like, literally, if you guys have an opportunity to try Ace Beauty products, try this Floral Gardens and the Tropical Vibes. Perfect. Like, gorgeous, gorgeous. Anyway, I'm going off topic. Sorry. Go ahead and check out Deb. I think it's Deb B on YouTube, and give her a subscribe, and check out everyone else who's doing the project. I apologize for the way that I'm like flighty, but that's just who I am, and I'm realizing that, so maybe I shouldn't apologize for that. Here I go again on another tangent. Okay, have a great night. Bye.